You can't deny it, we have been heavily entertained this summer break. Things started to cook with the regulations and with the back and forth of Mercedes and Ferrari and Red Bull. But nothing could have prepared us for the Ricciardo and Piastri saga in Alpine and McLaren. After Sebastian Vettel announced retirement, Alonso made the move to Aston Martin, signing a 3-year deal with the British-based team. However, nobody could have expected things to come to a matter where Ricciardo would seek a buyout from his team if they would want to not collaborate with him in the next season. How does this domino effect happen in the first place, resulting in Ricciardo and Piastri both going to court for different reasons? Stick around to find out more. After Alonso made his announcement to join Aston Martin, replacing Vettel in a 3-year deal that would secure him $20 million per year, the French-based team was quick to announce the arrival of Oscar Piastri. The Australian driver was on the Alpine's bench, and after winning F3 and F2 championships with the team, he was looking for a place in the highest competition, F1. The team wasn't able to secure him a spot in 2022, and they were making efforts to put him in a Williams for the 2023 and 2024 seasons, a deal that would see the British team run on Renault-powered engines. According to Otmar Safner, that was in Piastri's deal, saying that he is guaranteed a spot for the 2023 season, either in Alpine or in an Alpine-affiliated team, in this case Williams if they were to accept their engines. But after the team missed the deadline to announce Piastri as their starting driver, which was on the 31st of July, they were very surprised to find out that he publicly rejected the deal with Alpine on Twitter. Otmar Safner said that he hasn't seen anything like this in his career at F1, and he believes that the team will win in court, which will be the case if Piastri doesn't get rid of the McLaren deal that he supposedly has. There should be some loyalty to the fact that we have invested literally millions and millions of euros to prepare him. So I don't understand it either. You should ask him. If Piastri is not in the car, which I think he is going to be because Fernando is out, I have about 14 phone calls from drivers who are interested, because the Alpine seat is the most valuable seat left. We have spent lots and lots of money on Piastri to prepare him for the future, and if that future is not with us, it is logical and fair that we seek compensation, said Otmar. However, Otmar Safner and Alpine were calling heavily on the Contract Recognition Board body, or CRB, to announce Piastri's deal with McLaren as an invalid one. The CRB, however, announced both of the deals as eligible ones, and they left all of the parties included to settle the disputes between themselves. As of now, it seems like the team is still waiting to take Piastri to the High Court, but with the CRB's decision to make both of the deals illegible, the only solution for Alpine would be to seek compensation for what it has invested in the young driver's career. As we mentioned earlier in this video, Piastri won the F3 and F2 championships under Alpine's leadership, and according to Otmar, the team invested heavily in the progress of Piastri, putting him in a single-seater. We have done 7 independent tests with him, and this is not cheap at all. The cost of an engine alone is 1.7 million euros. The mechanics, the team that managed those tests, the flights and travel, said Otmar. Alpine's team principal is constantly calling on the contractual obligations that Piastri has with the team, and according to him, Alpine have held their part of the deal. I'm not privy to whatever pre-arrangements he has with McLaren, if any at all, but I hear the same rumors that you do in the pit lane. But what I do know is that he does have contractual obligations to us, and we do to him, and we've been honoring those obligations all year. And those obligations last through 2023 and possibly in 2024 if some options are taken up. And our obligations to him this year was to be a reserve driver, to also put him in last year's car for a significant amount of time. We're well over half that program of 5,000 kilometers, which isn't insignificant, in last year's car in preparation for a race next year. Also FP1s and simulation work, and we've been performing those obligations on both sides. So he's been performing, we've been performing, so therefore we do have a legal contract with him in the future for 2023. And if an option is taken up, for 2024. So I don't know what he's done with McLaren, and like I said, I'm not privy to that, said Otmar. But if you think about it, Piastri isn't the one to be blamed in this situation. The last thing he wanted is to join another competition that has far less adrenaline and money compared to F1, such as IndyCar or Formula E. That's what happened to previous F2 winners like Nick De Vries and Callum Lott. Piastri does have a legitimate shot in F1, and if Alpine weren't ready to offer him that seat in 2023, then it's only right of him to seek it in another place. That brings us to the next topic. Ricciardo and McLaren are in a hot and cold relationship. After Zach Brown publicly bashed Ricciardo, saying that he has been well under the expectations of the team or his expectations at all, rumors have started that he would seek another team for 2023. Ricciardo quickly denied these rumors, but then the saga with Piastri happened. Now it seems like his spot is the hottest one in the paddock. The situation here is much different compared to the one in Alpine. Ricciardo does hold all the rights in his contract, making him the only side that can break the deal with McLaren. Not just that, it seems like he'll seek hefty compensation with the team, with some reports saying that he'll look for $21 million in a buyout clause if the team was to get rid of him. However, if Ricciardo finds another place in F1, which we are 100% sure is his goal, the amount of money that the other team will pay Ricciardo will be refunded to McLaren. Therefore, Ricciardo does need to manage his expectations a little more if he is to stay in F1 because, unlike Piastri, he is in a declining form in McLaren, especially in the last season. If Alpine's second spot is free, and it seems like it will be after all the saga revolving around Piastri and the team, then the team would look in different directions when it comes to replacing Alonso. They could bring Ricciardo back, as he finished P5 in 2020 with the team, scoring a couple of podiums too. However, with Ricciardo in declining form, the team could very well focus on bringing other players to the team, such as Gasly or even Mick Schumacher. Gasly has a clause in his deal that makes him eligible to leave the team in 2023 and beyond if the team he chooses to go to is ranked higher than AlphaTauri in the 2022 season. That wouldn't be so hard for Alpine, since they are already P4 and AlphaTauri are far away from their best days in 2020 and 2021. After Dr. Helmut Marko's recent comments about Gasly, there is a high possibility that the Frenchman could leave the Red Bull's nest, one that turned out to be a toxic environment for him, and move into a top-performing team like Alpine. There, he would be able to showcase his true potential, something we've seen from his drive in AlphaTauri in 2020 and 2021. Mick Schumacher is rumored to have things in a difficult situation with Haas, which is why the team could very well be proactive when it comes to a move regarding the young German. According to reports, Binotto hasn't been satisfied with Schumacher's progress, and Steiner said that nothing is still certain with Schumacher in the next season. What do you think will happen next in the upcoming period? Do you think that the silly season will live up to its hype and we'll see massive shakeups in driver lineups? Let us know in the comments below.